Hi everybody, you are watching UjjalDiscussion, and in today's video I've got my student Rupee with me, and it's going to be an unfiltered, unedited video, meaning that I'm not going to do any kind of editing in the whole video. So it's going to be a raw video for you, okay? If we are going to make any mistakes, I'm going to keep all the mistakes in the video. So you are going to get a taste of how somebody speaks English in real time. Do you understand what I mean? Like, because most of the videos you see on YouTube, they are well edited, right? But they never tell you that they are doing this. And I always try to keep my videos raw so that the people, those who are watching our videos, they get the real help. And without further ado, let me ask my student about what she's going to do in the whole 2026. When I'm doing this video, it's I guess 22nd Jan 2026. Am I right? Yeah, 22nd Jan 2026. I'm doing this video in my classroom, and I'm so excited because today I want to know a lot of things from Rupee. She has been learning English for millions of years, exaggerating, for quite a few years, and she can speak literally very well, and sometimes I feel like she speaks better than me, and that's a very important thing for me as a trainer to understand that yes, if your student is speaking well, then it's your responsibility to practice your own communication skills. So I really get a lot of motivation from my students. All right, Rupee, welcome back after a long time, and since it's going to be an unedited, unfiltered video, and I have a lot of expectations from you that you're going to tell us the way you always speak in our group. That's fascinating. So I want another fascinating performance from you. You always get nervous because I think you do not get scared when I'm in front of you or anybody is in front of you, but you are afraid of this camera lens more than anything else in this world, right? All right, so don't worry about it. If you make any mistake, I think it is not going to slap you or it's not going to hit you anymore. And I'm not going to do that anyway, so don't worry about it. All right, first question that I would like to ask you is that since the new year has begun and you have started this new year with a lot of plans, offline we had a lot of discussions about this, like new year resolutions, your plans about learning spoken English. I want to know how you want to take your spoken English to the next level, since we have probably 8 days left before we say tata to this month, right? So please walk us through your whole plan that you have for 2026.
Yes, so first of all, thank you so much, sir, to make me a part of this video and also this discussion. So for 2026, I made some plans for myself. Like I made 2 or 3 things. It's mainly I want to read a lots of book, and I want to work on my spoken English.
Wow.
At the same time, I want to work on my communication skill, and I want to make myself too much patient. So as my first point, I told that I want to read a lot of books. I mean, there is Bengali and English also, and most important this year I want to focus on English books because it's really helped me to grow myself. It gives me more confidence when I try to speak in English.
Right.
And also I get a lots of idea from a book, which book I read, and
Yeah.
and I want to read, and at the same time I want to work on myself. I want to learn that how to behave with others, and also at the same time how to handle a situation. Sometimes I have to be silent, and at the same time I have to be too much mature, because in a situation when something is happening, maybe everyone is behaving like immature. I mean, maybe in on when someone in angry, they don't have any idea that what they are actually doing.
Correct.
So I want to control my anger. And as I said, that third point, I want to listen a lots of thing, like 2 or 3 hour podcast. I know it's very difficult for me this time, because now I can listen continuous, not continuous, I can listen at the time for 30 minutes without any distraction.
Wow.
But I want to grow, I want to make it more time, lengthy. Yeah, so yes. And also I started a new thing. I used to do it, but I try to make it consistent. Like end of the day, I make a journal that what I have learned, or what was the thing which make me sad or good. I just do that. So that's it.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Rukia, basically you are following that ALS RW method, right? If I'm not mistaken, like listening, then speaking, reading and writing. And you mentioned writing, journaling. In the end, when you finish to answer, guys, this is very important. If you want to speak fluent English, then you have to be consistent at least one thing. It could be listening, it could be writing, it could be reading. And speaking is not very often possible for a lot of people, because we always look for companions. Now that phase is over for Rokia, because Rokia doesn't need any companion for practicing spoken English, although she has got a elder biological sister, and I don't know whether she helps her or not. That's their personal thing. But I really don't want to get into that personal stuff. But I wanna ask her another question related to this: that when somebody crosses that that phase of not you don't need any kind of partner for doing your practice. I just want to know that phase of your life. What happens these days when you have to practice spoken English literally out loud? What do you do?
Yeah, so for the first time when I started practice spoken English, that time I faced a lot of problem. Most of the time I would think that yes, I really need a partner to practice spoken English, but I gave time to myself to be independent on myself. So these days I just open my phone and I go to my camera and I just open my phone camera. That time I don't feel too much nervous, because that time I can see my moving, how I'm talking and how I'm looking when I'm talking. But I really get a lot of scared when it back camera. Right now I'm also feeling so nervous.
Me too.
And these days I just listen and I speak a lot with myself. Maybe most of the time the topic of mine always random, like maybe something is happening around me, and maybe sometime some thought came in my mind and I just try to write something about the topic. And when I'm not getting enough or satisfied point, that time I go to ChatGPT and I got some answer from ChatGPT, and then I write down them in my diary. And like this, and specifically I practice intentionally for 30 minutes in a day. Like I choose a topic and then I started practice, and I write something about, and then I listen something on that topic. So this is how I practice these days.
There's a lot of stuffs that Rokia does, and I'm telling you, somebody like Rokia who does a lot of hard work every day to keep her spoken English alive, you have to do this. But if you are a beginner, your job is to just understand what beginners do when it comes to practicing English. Every day you have to make a routine, and the routine must be filled with some basic things, like collecting 2 words a day, or listening to this kind of video where we are having conversations, or you're just reading a newspaper piece, or whatever it is. Like your job is to do this thing regularly. And for beginners, my suggestion is that you have to practice English for 15 minutes, and when your habit is built, then you can you can do any kind of customization, right? If you want to do any kind of customization, then you can do it, but before that you have to build a habit of practicing. Okay, last question. I'm so happy to talk to you, by the way, on camera. For the first time, you didn't take any retake, right? So I think pressure is important sometimes, that yes, just one take, and whatever you do, any kind of visiting or whatever, it will be kept. Yes.
I can give you one example. I think I had to submit my project on 9th Jan, and I started 18th January.
Wow, you're lucky.
And yes, and I have to complete Bengali, Street, English, Geography, Education,
What a
and
motivation Roke is giving to other people.
philosophy. And I just done all that thing, I think, in 22 hours
22 hours?
continuously.
Wow.
So yes, sometimes pressure is really important.
Yeah, emergency, that siren you can literally hear, and every work is done. But Rokia intentionally is telling you that don't follow this, because doing all the work at the 11th hour is not what can I say, advisable
Yes,
here.
sir, and also I got favor after that.
Yeah, she fell ill. It happens, right? Your body doesn't understand the pressure, right? Okay, Rokia, so my last question is that why is it important for everybody to make the right use of their phone, their microphone or headphone? You can also record video with your headphone. Why is it important for students to make the right use of these tools to take their English to the next level? Because sometimes practicing English gets bored, and they don't find out any other methods to make it interesting. So please tell us, including all these viewers, those who are watching this video, how we can, as a whole, make our English interesting and keep it fascinating every day.
Yes, I think it's really important to make a right use of our phone, earphone, everything. I think to keep peace of our mind, we should use in a right way. Otherwise, you are not going to do anything productive. Because if you are not fine from your mental, that time nothing is going to work. So if you continuously watch short video for 2 or 3 hours, that time you don't need anything to distract you. You have automatically distract.
Yeah, self-motivated.
Yes, so you have to just understand that what is actually really important for me. Should I use my phone on short video or scrolling reels, or you should listen a podcast at that moment. If you listen a podcast of 3 hours, that time it really work. Maybe initially you are not going to see any kind of growth in yourself, but eventually you will grow in yourself. So yes, and we have to understand that how we want to express ourselves to the world for the next 3 or 5 years.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Rokia. You have expressed your thoughts and explained my questions really well today. And I know you have not been able to meet your expectation. The way you wanted to say, you probably could not say it. And that's the sign of the growing speaker like Rokia. And guys, let me tell you, when you are speaking on camera, you feel trepidation in your heart. And that's what we are feeling right now. Rokia and I have to sign off for now, but your job is to subscribe to this video, because we upload videos like this. And if you are subscribed to this video, this channel, then you will be getting notifications every time we upload new videos. All right, this is very important, and keep practicing. Rokia and I will get back to this channel very soon. Till then, you take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.